Peach got 13 coins, you got none! 0!
What's up? Happy Monday, people. Let's go. We're back on the Datsun. So, played a bunch of turkey over the weekend, but now we're back to get those hands a bit dirty. Already started this morning. Hey, let's go. So, what are we up to now? Well, last week we stopped over here with one of the worst clip ever, and basically I tried to put the wheel bearing in place, but it didn't went as planned. Pretty much what happened is that we had just like not the tools. Let's just say that straight. We didn't have the proper tool to do the job. Basically, usually if you have the proper socket, you can just tap a socket on top of the bearing and press it in place. On our side, what happened is that the first bearing went in super well with the 44 millimeter socket I have, but the second one, the inner bearing, is actually probably around 42, 40 mil like in diameter, so the socket will need to be 42 mil, and so the 44 was not clearing the hole in which we need to put it in place. But at the same time, the biggest socket I had other than the 44 was the 39, and the 39 destroyed the bearing cage, I'm pretty sure. So because of that, I've ordered some new bearings. They should be here tomorrow, but we still have what it takes to complete the job on one side at least. With the new toolkit, we should be good to do it properly, which is quite cool. So there's that. Right now I'm also burning a bunch of boxes, trying to do a bit of cleanup, because like I feel like it's always a mess in here for the last 3 months. So basically I'm trying to get on top of that, because once we are done with all these little things here, like when the bearings are in place, when the wheel are going to be back on the car, what's going to happen is that we are torquing everything at the rear, everything at the front, and I think we're gonna start putting an engine inside the car, which is mental right now. So I'm really hoping for that. So yeah, basically we're gonna take a look at this, and we're gonna try to put an actual engine inside the car once and for all. Let's go. So that will be super cool. So we're gonna take a look at this, how it's going and everything. But yeah, the idea, I was thinking about doing the full fuel system and like brake lines and stuff like that prior to putting the engine in place, but I realized that I need that engine to be sitting there, plus the transmission and everything in there, so that at this point I'm gonna be able to tell, okay, my exhaust system's gonna go here, there, and there, which means I'm gonna be able to commit into having like a proper heat management in there, at least proper, the best I can do with what I have. So that's what we're looking for. So we're gonna see eventually how it's going out there, but yeah, so far so good. I'm burning a few boxes, so let me throw a bit more material into the oven right here, because I want it to be burning for a while, because it's giving us a bit of heat, but it's not too cold this morning. And it's also that it just makes a bit more space in here, which is quite fun. That should be plenty for a while. Boom. All right, we're just gonna have a few boxes to burn on top of that. So, new toolkit. Let's try to bring that here, right there. Let's see the Gucci thing in here. So it's another red box, just to make sure that we're gonna be having all the red boxes, like that one here, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 on there, 5. They are always the same red also. There we go. Up there. Boom. So let's see what's up with that little kit here. Let me grab a cutter and let me grab the cam, so you're gonna be able to see what's up with that. Ew, the camera is a bit disgusting. because of the job we did last week. So let's go. Dual side. Dual side. Hey, the bot is still working. Made a few updates this morning, so I was like, ugh, not the greatest idea before going live, but hey, YOLO.
Oi.
Oh,
More passion, more passion, more energy, more energy, more footwork, more footwork, more footwork, more passion,
all
more
right. The
energy.
quality here
More
is,
energy.
yeah. I mean, it might do the job. Hey, there we go. So here's the kit we're gonna use for our little job this morning. Looks really cool. So we have a bunch of different plates. So we're gonna take the one fitting the closest to our bearing, and basically that's gonna help us push the said bearing in place. So I'm gonna have to take a quick look on how to use all that because I'm not even sure. That seems to be going like this. All right, I think it's just really a punch basically. Up to 74, that's quite crazy. What's up, Jeff? Why is the mouse is under here? I just destroyed that. All right, let me reconnect from the camera angle. I don't know what you mean by from the camera angle, but that's all good. First thing first, he said this morning is that, what's up? So, yep, we should be able to go with something like this, putting that in place here, and that's gonna allow us to basically punch that in place. I just don't know exactly how that's going to work as also something that you can use to remove bearings. So they say you can use that to remove them, but I'm just unsure of how you're supposed to do that. But hey, so far so good. Said the camera is dirty. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, from that specific camera angle, yeah, it is dirty now. So with that in mind, that seems to be quite a good kit here. We have also another adapter here. Maybe that's the one. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to. Oh, that's an extension there. I think so. Yep. That looks pretty much like an extension. So good. Or maybe that, no, because you cannot pull this way. Excellent question. Oh well, anyway, we're gonna take a look at all this and we're gonna try to figure out how to do it. Now, with that said, did I throw away the actual bearing that we messed up? I think so, sadly, because could have used that to actually, oh no, we used it. It's on the ground right here. So this is what happened last week. So basically, if you start seeing the ball bearing in there, it's no Gucci. It's gonna make it hard to swivel, and so this is where the damage happened because the socket was not big enough. So now what we're gonna do this morning is actually find something fitting just on top of that perfectly, like this. I'm not sure which one I should be using. Probably that one, because you want to have a bit of loose, but if you're going like flush on one side, you want it to still be on the middle. So this way, no matter where it's gonna move, it's gonna allow you to tap it in place and it won't get stuck inside the actual car. Heck yeah, Jeff. So with that said, it's as easy as putting that in here. That might be like a 2-minute job now this morning because the bearing is already almost in place. So we just have to do that, do this, and use that as a punch inside the car. So shall we try that? That seems like a decent kit, to be fair. Front cam. Front cam. There we go. Gonna switch the angle. I just exploded the cam on the car. And we're gonna go this way. Gonna go like that. I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I won't put an angle too subjective, otherwise Jeff's gonna go crazy. So you know, I'm gonna try to keep it safe for work. Yeah, right now I can still move the bearing in here.
The angle, 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 the angle.
Just because he asked for it, I'm gonna be even further away from that angle.
The angle, the
Dual
angle,
side.
the angle, the angle.
There you go.
The angle, the
Get
angle,
for Jeff.
the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle, the angle,
No.
the angle, 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 the angle.
What angle do you want? You want like what? That angle where you see my finger like that? That's what you want? This one's super loose, this one not so much, but better than it was. Yes! All right, you got it. Now, there we go. So basically here, the idea is gonna be to go straight on top like this and just punch that. I don't think there's something too complicated with using that kit. The real reason we purchased that is that now we have all those metal discs to use for whatever application we want. Which is awesome. All right, let's try that. Loud noise. Focus voice. And that's it. Focus voice. Focus voice. All right, I have to scream this morning. All right, that's it. So honestly, now I have loose in there, and basically all around here I was not able to get my biggest socket there, and the smallest one was destroying basically that black section there. So just that was the perfect tool to have a bit of loose, but always hitting the outer edge of the bearing itself and just push it in place. We heard, well, maybe not you because I was in the filter. The seal, yeah. Hello there, Jamal. Good morning. Good morning, Blue. Hell yeah. The pen is blue.
Pen is blue.
God damn, pen is blue. What's up, Blue, my man? Millimeter go bang. Wa-na-na-na, wa-na-na-na-na. Watch my 9mm go bang. Heck yeah! People are on fire this morning and I love it! Let's go! Welcome by, welcome by. I had an amazing weekend. Get up at that dog! Had an amazing weekend. Hope you also had an amazing weekend, Blue. You little fucker that prevent me from selling a mark or key for $4.5 million. Just saying. All right, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Just saying, you know. So for now, it's already all that for that kit. So we're gonna be able to try to throw the axle back in it now, which is amazing. So I can see everything sits in place now. You didn't know! You didn't even, oh my God. Front cam. You motherfucker. Okay, all right. It is story time. So, on Friday night, I played with BitButt to Tarky, of course, obviously, like every Friday night. And I thought you were watching for 2 minutes, saw that, and decided to use it. Okay, so basically, we spawned me, Jeff, so Cryo in chat, Micah and Lump, in the basement in the parking lot close to crash site on street basically, and that was our spawn. Micah got disconnected. We were waiting for him to log back in, and basically a bunch of scavs started to spawn, and the spawn seems to be broken. You know, that kind of bug where they keep spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning. That's where we were at. So we were killing a shit ton of scav. Jeff got dropped. Jeff got dropped by Lump. Micah got killed by a... wait, what happened? Jeff got... settles in for the story. Hey, what's up, Hawk? So, Jeff got dropped by Scav. Then Micah went back in the game, so successfully connected to the game. Said that, hey, I'm back. Lump didn't get that information out of all the shooting happening with the scavs, so he kept blasting, and then suddenly in front of him was something that looked quite a lot like a PMC. He said absolutely nothing and keep blasting, and that was Micah when that went down to another nap on the ground. He was sleepy, you know. So basically, Micah went down due to some Lumpy's bullet, and then after that, I was all alone there, and I was like, what a shit show. So I started looting. I looted a bunch of scav, looted the guy's stuff, and on one of the scav blue, because seems like you didn't know, there was a dorm mark room key that I picked up. So I throw it in my sick case, obviously, and then I started putting all the gear of everybody in a corner. And when you went in, Blue, I was about to finish stashing everyone's loot, and basically you just confirm leave me right there. So that means my stuff was in the middle of the place of the parking lot. Lump's stuff was partly stashed, but part of it was still on me. And that marked room key was not found in raid anymore, so I couldn't sell it for 4.5 million on the flea market. I just have it laying around in my stash now. Thank you, Blue. Cause yeah, Hawk, if you didn't get that, Blue didn't know that he confirmed leave me for 4.5 million loss on the flea. Happy to help. There you go. You fugger. So yeah, so basically, of all the confirmed live you could have get that night, and everything was super calm. Let's be honest, like nothing really happened with BitButt except that. You got the raid where I had the most valuable item of all night long on me. You know, just BitButt stuff, I guess. I got Tarkov'd even on a further boundaries. Like, it's excellent. It's excellent. I love it. It's the kind of story that if it didn't happen, you will be like, just like, oh yeah, I got a mark room key and I sold it. End of the story. Now there's a shit ton of stuff going around that one. Well, honestly, Lump said exactly the same thing. He said, oh, he confirmed lived you when you had that. For the price, it's really not that bad. It's quite a good one. And I was like, oof, yes, I guess so. For real, I missed that, Hawk. I haven't seen. Was that on Saturday night? Because I lurked, but I was not in there actually. I was not watching at all because we had friends here. So basically, oh my god, I missed that. Oh, that was probably so good. That was probably just so good. Right, so here's one. I'm missing one part that I'm trying to figure out where I put it. Am I lost again? Impossible. Oh yeah, need to burn some boxes. Let's keep the fire alive. There we go. That's the thermostat. We were going to reuse that. Let's throw that in here. Let's throw that in here, so that's gonna catch on fire quick. Let me fill everything in here. I'm gonna be left with one more box. There we go. One more big box, maybe a little more. Oh no, I have both chefs here. Cool. Oh my God, is there a clip of that hawk? That looks fantastic. That's so cool. And you use BitBot and it's your BitBot that killed that guy? That's excellent, honestly. That's so good. Because, you know, on Friday night, that was actually my my mission. Like I said, BitBot was so calm on Friday night, so it didn't happen. But basically, if someone did what you did there, kill a random PMC with BitBot, I was staying live for 12 hours. So I started at 6:30 at night, so I would have stayed up until 6:30 in the morning, which will have killed me for the weekend. This guy claimed he was going to come in well geared and carry her. Came in with nothing, then started commending her around and telling her what to do and telling her how to play and calling her ass. And I was like, no. So she asked his age. He said 17. I said, jailbait, this isn't the babysitting service. And we started shooting at him with BitBot till my shot murdered him. Let's go! I love that. I love that. The mission, by the way, might be up again on Friday if you want to prepare yourself. I might just put it back there if we're killing a random PMC, an enemy PMC with BitBot. I'm doing I'm making the stream last 12 hours right there. So I might do that again. It's kind of a fun challenge for you and a scary challenge for me because that could mess up my entire weekend. But yeah, you know, part of the game. That's just for fun. All right, let's throw that little piece in there for now. Yeah, I feel like it's a good one because basically, you know, you can fuck up my night with that, so it's kind of worth. All right, let's just throw that in place. So we have a bit of flume on that dual side. There you go. So we have a bit of grease, wheel bearing grease on that. So we're gonna throw that in here. And then we're gonna be punching that. The first one shouldn't be too hard to put in there. Well, actually, maybe both of them won't be too hard. See, so now everything's there. Hopefully I haven't missed the spacer there, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Everything's in there. Everything looks sealed, so you can see how flush it sits at the back. So it's kind of sealing all that together. And now from the back here, let's do that, let's do this. We're gonna throw the actual wheel nut on top. Now, the thing I'm the most afraid of, I say throwing the wheel nut, but actually we need to, first of all, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything there. I feel like I'm missing, oh, the washer just stayed in there, perfect. So basically what we need to make sure is that we're gonna get that to spin once we torqued everything. Last time it seems like I packed it with too much bearing grease, so it didn't, it locked, but it was not spinning at the end, which was not really great. So we're gonna try that right now and see if we can get it to. It's kind of disgusting, right, to put some super crappy looking parts on some super shiny parts. It's not the greatest thing, but hey, for now it's gonna do the job. I might just do the port 15 on that too when we're gonna do the underbody here. So we'll see later on. So now I have my lock washer in there. I have, well, it's not a lock washer, it's a standard washer. I have that big nut that's going on top here. If I can get it to start good. And then we're gonna be torquing all that. The only thing is, I feel like this one is a bit bad looking, so I'm gonna just wash it a little bit. But yeah, we had a lot of fun this weekend, and yesterday I just streamed for fun some turkey. I didn't roll it, but like Bitbot was still on, but no one did anything because it was not written, so I was like, Well, let's do that. I'm gonna try to remove also some on that thread. Try to start it properly, because what we want is to get that to start straight by hand, and maybe it won't go straight in. Gonna grab that, where did I put it? The big socket that was on top of the torque wrench. Torque wrench is back in here, so the socket must be not too far from here. My 27 mil special socket for that job. I say that, I have no clue where it is. Pum 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 pum. Oh, Hawk, I started to put the sub goal in place also. The daily sub goal. I found the widget I want to use for that and everything. So what's supposed to be on this morning, but I forgot to. I forgot to put it on the garage side. So hey, yay! I can actually take a look. Wow, she thinks it's awkward. Wow. Hi. I love it so much. I just want to take a look because they change a lot of things on Stream Element now. All right, let's try it just for fun, okay? I'm gonna go into the alerts. There. Where was my... Oh, that one. Sorry to be so quick, but I gotta run a few errands to work. I'll be lurking. Sounds good. Have a good day, Blue. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate that. Browser. Daily sub goal. Let's try that. That's beautiful, right? Give it a sec, and if I'm removing actually that one, look how cool it is. It's a racing line. All right, the format is a bit weird. I think that's gonna be maybe not readable. Let's try it. Gonna hide that one there. Little bit further down. Let's try that. There you go. It's a racing line. Woo! I love it. There you go. It's in place now. Easy. We're professional streamer now. Maybe it will be better a little bit further to the right. Just closer to that text in the middle, like right here. Let's try that. like so. So when there's text like that appearing at the bottom right here, it's still going to look good. Is it not too bad? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna try that. Not too bad. All right, so let's get straight into that. We're gonna try to make everything happen in here. So now we just need to find back the big socket for that one. And then after that, do we have anything else we can do on the other side? I don't think. It's gonna be about putting the seal on. Oh, I was about to forget about putting the seal. Ooh, bad. So we're gonna go with the seal actually, and we are going to use that kit again. Let's keep focus. Make sure I'm not pushing that out. So for the seal, so again, let me show it to you. Why that $100 kit was worth. Dual side. There we go. So basically that kit here, I can just go ahead and I know about what I'm gonna need, and it's just gonna provide the flat surface to apply equal pressure everywhere, where a socket basically, if I'm showing you that one here, something like that, was applying pressure like really in specific spot, which can damage the seals and stuff like that. So that's why this kit here is gonna be worth on the long run, just for providing that reliability and everything here. So I'm gonna go with probably 61 for that one. Just a touch bigger because it's still a little bit loose on the side, but it provides me really a good surface here. So I'm just going to open that. Really cool kit, to be fair. Push that in. Put the screw back in just to make sure we are safe to go, that it won't pop out. Like that. Technically, I have also the tool to just make sure it's tight enough, but we don't have to go super tight with that. And I just drop it again. The box though is quite shit. There we go. Front cam. There, and now we can just go ahead. We're gonna remove again part of it because I forgot to put the seal behind. So we're gonna have to do that. Oh, wheel bearings, such an awful job. I don't like those. Dual side. There we go. So we're gonna go back here, remove the nut. Then we're gonna remove that. Then we're gonna remove that. There we go. And now, with that said, we're gonna be able to throw the seal in place. Because basically, if we were not to do that, there could be water and stuff like that getting inside, which is not really great, to be fair. So that's why we're gonna be using that to push it in place. So we're just going to try to start it a little bit. Just barely on, so it's stuck in place. So right there, basically, just starting it there. And then we're gonna go with the tool and a hammer and start punching that in place. Let's see if you want to go. Right now it's not going at all, so we're gonna make sure we're not damaging it because it was going sideways. That one, technically, we might be good to go also with the small baby hammer. What's up?
Beard One Actual just joined the crew.
Beard One Actual, love it, love that name. Welcome by. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying your day so far. More than me, cause wheel bearing, I don't like him, but we're gonna get through that job. So welcome. Don't know where you're coming from and how you discovered the channel. So if you want a recap of that little project we're doing right now, let me know. That. About to get it right. Is it a 300ZX? Just before the first gen of 300ZX front cam. It is a 280ZX, so the one just before that they made between 79 and 83. This is a 1979 200ZX, a 280ZX. In which we are doing a crazy project right now. We are going all in, swapping the entire mechanic and drivetrain of it. So the car used to have a 6-cylinder in it. When I got it, it had already a V8 from the 80s from an Oldsmobile that was doing like 140 something HP. From factory, probably closer to 100 HP in the state it was when I got the car. And now we went all in and started swapping absolutely everything in there. So upgraded brakes, upgraded suspension, upgraded control arms, subframes, and we're putting a V8 6-liter classic LS based engine with turbo and swapping from automatic to manual transmission there. We're going with a 6-speed T56 and upgraded differential with LSD. So it is quite a big job. We've been on that for the last 9 months. Project cars are quite long to do, right? So there you are. So yeah, yep, that's a huge job. But if you want to see what kind of parts I'm talking about when I'm talking about custom everything and all, like all the mechanics gonna be either upgraded or in the 2000 era. So there you go. Wait, dual side. There we go. So this kit right here is fully custom made by Apex Engineer in the US. So you have like custom differential support, everything at the back here, the control arms. You're adding a lot of adjustment point. You can like replug, reposition everything to get camber and stuff like that, to also align the wheel in the wheel arch. Custom adjustable coilovers with the little wheel here to adjust the rebound. So, and same kind of things at the front. We can't really see it now, but fully custom cross member at the front with LS ready engine mount and a custom steering setup. The steering setup, to give you an idea, is like first gen BRZ electric power steering, plug with a Fiat 500 steering rack, which sounds funny, but actually is gonna do great because it's fitting the geometry of the car and everything. So yeah, but right now we're just messing around with those wheel bearings because I hate those. But we had a bit of a problem with it last week, so ordered the kit over the weekend to actually punch them in place and all. So now we're trying to seal that side. The other side we're waiting because I destroyed the bearing trying to do it improperly last week. So we need some bearing to come by tomorrow. I think they should be here to finish the other side and basically get it back on its wheel. So we're gonna take a look at that. All right, let me try to push that seal in place now. Not like that, like this. Oh, I think I'm getting somewhere. No, I was getting somewhere until it get out. Actually hard to put those seals in place properly without destroying them. I need to take care of the camera angle because last week Jeff went like a kid with those and clips. They just won't go. All right, gonna try to lube it up a little bit more. Maybe that's gonna help. Where's my white grease? Was over here. Now I can't find it. There, I'm just blind. Yeah, so that's quite a big job, honestly. We're going with a lot of awesome custom parts. The engine, we built it on the actual channel. So if you want to see that, it is waiting for us right here. So that's the engine that we rebuilt on stream. Started from bare block, no piston, no nothing, and went all the way up to that. So super happy with how it turned. Honestly looking amazing and everything. Right now, the way it is, it should produce around 400 HP, like between 350 and 400 as is. And with the turbo, we're aiming for 600. We're waiting for the brand new Haltech ECU to come by. It is an LQ4 with upgraded parts from an LS3 in it. So basically it's a cast iron block instead of the LS3 being full aluminum block. And so yeah, so cast iron block, 317 heads on it, so a little bit less aggressive heads, but lower compression overall, so really good for actually boosting that. So yeah, basically it's the truck engine version, what people used to call the junkyard engine. Basically, backstory to that engine is that I bought a van for $800 that was running, drove it for 50 kilometers, did a burnout with it, then removed this engine from it with all the stuff, the like loom, transmission, everything. Sold the car for $500, so I was down at like $300 for the entire thing, plus gas, let's say $450 for fuel and everything to bring it back to my place. So $450 total cost of engine, transmission, everything. Sold the transmission, the automatic transmission, for $300. So basically, engine cost $150. Got it rebuilt like a machine and cleaned in a shop. Then rebuilt it entirely on stream here, and went with crazy upgrades in there. So we have converted all the accessories to the Corvette accessories. So everything is closer to the engine block, which is gonna save a lot of space in the engine bay. Pretty much like about an inch at the front of every pulley, which is like totally insane when you're working in a small car. So yeah, did a lot of things to that. got the crankshaft rebalance with the brand new flywheel, with also the brand new harmonic balancer at the front and everything. So got a lot of things prepared. Basically, the build is prepared to do about 800 HP in like with all heavy duty parts. The weakness of that engine right now will be, I guess, the piston, because it is still some OEM, but Gen 4 pistons, so they are way more strong. They are stronger and everything, but like they are still probably the weak point in that engine. So everything else prepare for 800 HP, but we're gonna probably focus on getting 600 and then probably tone it down actually, because 600 in that car is probably already way too much. So we're gonna see that eventually. Let's go back in here. Boom. There, can we now, with a bit of lube, because lube is your friend, can we get that in? So yep, welcome. Happy to see you here on my little channel doing just what I love to do, working on cars, on performance car. I don't really like doing like oil change and the brake job even though those are actually paying a little bit. All right, I just need you to go. I'm almost. It won't go. I'm gonna start on that side. Haha. Yeah. I'm gonna win this fight. That's still spinning. That seems to be sitting flush. I think our seal is in place. Let's just try to give it. Just to make sure, but yep. Now I'm pretty sure our seal is properly sit in there. There we go. That looks fantastic, right? That looks like a proper seal. So we're gonna go with that. Just a touch of lube and a bit more hug with a hammer. Like everybody needs in life, you know, a little hug with a hammer. Hopla. Let's clean that a little bit more before throwing the hub in place. Well, the spindle actually. Ow, that was my back. So let's throw back you in place, sir. I'm gonna clean up the threads while I'm on the bench here, because I feel like that was preventing me from getting proper torquing there. Are you also quite a big car guy, Beard? Are you like working on a project on your side? Do you have anything that you're planning? I'm asking you if you have anything you're planning, because basically when you think of it, Datsun, I've been planning it for the last 4 or 5 years, I would say, before actually doing the project. So, you know, sometimes people are like, yes, I have a project in mind, and others go, yeah, that's right. And I'm like, no, that can be actually something true. Because I was that guy, and I did it. Like, I'm doing it right now. Datsun 2000, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Another fan of Datsun, I love that. I have a couple of friends, friends, people I know that have some of these, and they look so good. It is Datsun B2000, right? Is that it? Or is it just 2000? I don't remember those ones. I think the B2200 is from Mazda, actually, that I might be mixing them around. Let's try to set that again for like the 10,000th times. Gonna clean the sitting part at the front also. Because the 2000, they are the, I think just that's a 2000 Roadster. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was about to say. It is the Roadster, right? The two-seater Roadster, looking sick. Yeah, I have a friend of mine, well, a guy I know from a Datsun club, a local Datsun club, that has one with an SR20 in it, turbo SR20. That thing looks sick. Like sick to have, sick to drive, sick to everything. Everything's looking great here. Let's go back with the hat at the back and set all that in place. So they were saying that you might have a letter or I don't know what, but I don't see anything of that, so let's just throw that in place. Gonna need the bigger rubber hammer for that one. Seems like we're doing good there. Now let's try again to throw the nut. I still haven't found my big socket for that one, right? It is probably right there. Yep, got it. I just had a flash. Hopla. Pump. So here on my side, I'm working in my small little garage in which I decided to install a hoist just before starting that project. So that was part, I guess, of the budget for the project and everything. Even though it's gonna be a tool that's gonna be lasting for a long time, which is amazing. All right. How come you're not going straight back in? Do we have damaged threads? No. Things looking good. Same on here. So yep, decided to start that, decided to install a car lift in here. A small one, as you can see, because I don't have a lot of ceiling and stuff, but hey, working with what we have and enjoying all that setup so far. Honestly, I cannot ask really for more, because it allows me to do that kind of job without being sitting in the actual water right there, because it's spring and my garage is leaking inside because we had snow that started melting all against the doors over the weekend. So, you know, let's just try to start it without going too intense on it, and then pull back and see what it's saying. Am I getting any damage anywhere? No. So why is it so hard to get there? Is it just because of that notch there? Maybe. But it wasn't hard the first time we throw that in place. harder to pull in there, so that's no good. It should be easy to gonna grab the other side nuts and see if it's doing the same thing. If so, that means it's maybe our spindle having a damage on the thread, which we're gonna have to take a look at. Because we really don't want to destroy that. They are hard to find. Because that nut is not getting any damage or anything right now. So let me try to find the other side nuts. Where did I throw that? Hoy. That's the big deal of working on one week and then waiting it's over there. Waiting the next week to actually proceed to do other things, you get lost. Maybe that's just me. Welcome everybody this morning. Hope you're doing great. There we go. Hopla. So let's see if that one's going straight in now. Nope, feel like we might have something preventing us straight on the spindle. Let's take it out again and have a look. I'm not tired at all of removing it. No. Or maybe just there. And take a look right here. A bit of dirt, so that might be it. Because otherwise it seems quite good. Everything's in good shape. It's just like the grease. Got some dirt on it again, even though I tried to clean it, so it's still greasy, so we're gonna just try to make sure it's clean. It's just starting it because basically there's not threads all around it, so it's really hard on that to start it properly maybe. Because here I can feel I'm not straight here. Quite a big deal starting that. That's not straight. Maybe there's a touch of damage on the first few one. That might be why. Don't quote my word on that, but we might just be sending that straight in. I'm gonna try to grab a pick and remove a bunch of dirt. Hello there, Only Cow. Oh, is it the good one? Because I haven't heard it. Maybe I just missed it. What's up, Only Cow? Good morning. Welcome back. Thank you for being here again this week. We got the tools for wheel bearings over the weekend, so right now the bearing we were having difficulties with is now in, which is amazing. So we just need to get that nut to screw in place, but that seems to be the difficult part now for some reason. So I'm just making sure my threads are clean. As I think maybe the first few threads got a little bit crushed. Like, we're probably going to send it in here. Because if I'm trying to screw that nut on top of the other one, the passenger side one, it's still a bit difficult, so. That's interesting. And with that one, if I take that other one, they are maybe not the greatest design to start screwing them in place. That's maybe why. Because even that clean one is really difficult to start over here. Oh well. Maybe that's a proof of just sending it. I'm gonna start it by hand with a crowbar. Crowbar. Jeff's gonna know. That's number one there. That. Now that. We're gonna lock that in place. Yeah, that's pulling. And now, from there, we're gonna try the impact tool to prevent having some hard difficulties doing it. That. That was my mug. Almost broke my mug, which would have been sad. There you go, guys. I'm gonna send you there. Yeah, fair. Well, you know what? Okay, I want your advice on that. You say don't go too tight. They say it should be tight at 180 feet-pounds. When I'm following the manual right over there, which is kind of insane, but can make sense. Front cam. You take a look here. Wheel bearing lock nut, so that's the one, right? That's the one right at the back there. So that lock nut going at the back here. Companion flange. When I get down there, 181 to 239 feet-pounds. Okay, yeah, so when you say don't go... Yeah, okay, yeah, well, my impact right now, as it said in that speed, cannot go over 100. So I can just start it with that and then go with a torque wrench, right? Because that was the plan. But last week when we tried that, we went to 180, and at 180, it was not spinning anymore by hand. So, but I think that's because we had crushed the bearing cage already, not having the proper tools to set it in place, like to tap it in place. Press it in place. Yeah. So basically, I think that was a big problem. Now, this morning we pushed it in place. We didn't had any impact on the seal because last week, basically what happened is that You will probably not be able to see it. Yeah, there you can see those patterns. That's like the seal on the other side pressing against the actual ball bearing, so it's now like a bit heavy to spin. So because of that, I think we got a bit of a problem with all that. So now I'm gonna try it again, pushing it to 180 and then see if it's spinning by hand. Question there, is it possible that before I put the wheel and back on and spin it a few times, it is a bit hard to spin by hand since everything's brand new? That's a question I had, because basically the previous, like the bearing that were in the previous hub were so easy to spin by hand. Like honestly, I take those ones, but maybe it's the wear. They are so loose in there, it's crazy. But they are not loose like shaking or anything. They were just really easy to spin. Right now I'm thinking, is it because I put some grease in there and everything? Did I put too much? Or is it just that because I just greased it now, I need to spin it a few times before it gets to its like a bit more free spinning motion? So I'm just a bit worried about that, but we'll see how it's going actually. And I don't have the tool to test the preload, so no clue on that one. Loud noise. Focus voice. So right now we should be at about 100 feet-pounds-ish, and everything seems to be good. I'm gonna put a wheel back on and just spin it a few times just to see. Yeah, it's stopping by itself, but I feel like it might be because everything's brand new. Like it's already better after a few turns. So yeah, only Cal, I don't know if you listened to the question or not. If so, I will be really curious to have your opinion on that one. Now I'm just gonna go with the torque wrench. I know you're working probably right now, so no big deal if you don't have time for that. It's all Gucci. I won't be mad. So the book's saying something, but is it? 25, oh, okay, that's Newton meter, but that's kilogram per meter. Okay, yeah, so 181. It's so hard to get that to 181, it's crazy. So so I'm gonna try 185 because it's in the range. And that will be plenty. It makes sense that if you go too far, you're gonna be damaging the actual bearing. It's making quite a lot of sense. All right, that crowbar again, and hope for the best. We want to hear that click. That was the crowbar, that was not the click. $185. That was less hard because I had a better technique than last week, which is good. That means we are improving our skills. So now, is it still spinning with a wheel on? It is, but I don't feel like I have a lot of loose, which is the part that worries me a little bit. Just gonna try to Put that quickly in place. Just 2 nuts. Because that's the kind of part I wouldn't be surprised at. You have to run the car a little bit to get the normal loose in them that you're supposed to have, but I'm not sure to 100%. 17 right here, just to help me get that there, just so I can secure the wheel a little bit more. I think we won't be able to put the brake kit before we get the new lug. You will say it's normal. Okay, so that it's a bit more, because yeah, I packed a bit of, well, a bit, like I applied a good quantity of wheel bearing grease behind the actual bearing. So basically, front cam. Both bearings are like packed a little bit like that, and I spin it around like this to make sure I had the grease all around it. Maybe it was just a bit too much, so it's creating a bit of resistance. But if we are logical about that, since we have like the shaft going in the middle, but like a lot of empty space in there, probably it's gonna unpack itself just by moving around. Because right now there's definitely a resistance, but like it's not impossible to actually move the wheel. Dual side. Like you can see, I'm giving it a good swing. It stopped by itself while before it was spinning forever, like it was super free to go. But I'm guessing that after a few 100 kilometers, it will place itself. And that's something I can always take a look back at if I need anything there. Because I can already feel it's a bit better now. Let's try to just make it a bit less loose. You lose 1 horsepower per bearing. Think about it and remove them. It's like when you pack a trailer bearing, there's always a little resistance at first. Yeah, makes sense. And then it's gonna unpack to the amount it needs to actually function properly, right? That makes total sense. That's why my friend, who's also a mechanic, was telling me, do not go too intense on the wheel bearing, but on the grease, because you can create resistance and like stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like you kind of want to go maybe just a touch too far, then it's gonna clear itself, as long as it's not jamming, right? All right, so that will be first one done. And the rest gonna be tomorrow for that. Not that I'm leaving, okay? Stay here, whoa! It's just that I don't have the bearings to do the passenger side right now, so that's gonna be the one that's done for now, but we're gonna move on some other good stuff. So let's do that. So one done. That's great. All right, what are we doing? I have 2 things I want to do. We're gonna try to do, first of all, the differential support, the rear differential support, because I feel like that's gonna be one of the easiest one to do, ish. Because I received basically the 17 mil. Avais-tu à faire un ajustement sur les beggings? Non, il n'y a pas d'ajustement en soi sur ceux-là. So Bill Bug's asking if I had adjustment to do on the bearings, but these ones, what do you mean by adjustment? Because there was no like really possible adjustment with it. The way the new part is machined is just like the OEM hub, where basically you have lips where each of them needs to be sitting on. So basically at the front, I push the bearing in place to the lips where it sits on, then grease the middle side, the middle part there, that's just where the shaft's gonna be to prevent humidity, stuff like that. Then added the inner bearing also sitting on its spot, and then the seal on top of that sitting on itself, another lip. So basically you cannot really go wrong. Oh yeah, no. The front one are conic bearings, so are cone bearings. So we're gonna have some adjustment at the front actually to do to just get that little play without being like really noticeable. So we're gonna have to get like usually I think it's pretty much you push it like until it's basically almost jamming with those, and then when come back just one notch so you can push that cotter pin through. Okay, well, there was a preload setting in there, and I think like definitely it's too far a little bit, so maybe too much grease a touch, yes. Like, but honestly, is it going to make the bearing fail, or is it just going to make the bearing like empty the amount of grease that it needs? That is a bit too much in there. I don't know if my question was clear. Like, if I put a bit too much grease in the bearing, is it going to make it go bad and fail, or is it just going to make it a little bit less? Because I guess if there's too much preload, it could overheat and destroy itself. But that's something I'm ready to take a risk right now, just because the first few times I'm gonna run the car, I'm gonna do a checkup every single time after that, and I will know that I need to take a good look at these to make sure that I'm not getting any loose added in there, right? So much question. I hate wheel bearings. Could potentially cause problem. Yeah, fair. Because what I'm expecting it to do is that once it's gonna be spinning a lot and heating a little bit, the grease is gonna get a bit more liquid, and then we'll just puke out of the bearing at the back because it's empty at the back. So it has place to remove the excessive amount of grease in there. Yeah, I've seen that. But like I said, before that happens, you usually have loose getting created and stuff like that, right? And also on that one, yeah, fair, and I'm all up for that. Like, it won't be hard to do, like 100 kilometers retorque, then go ahead and like check all the loose in there, making sure we don't have loose in the shaft, because basically the spindle right here is a sandwich. So we have the long shaft at the front with like pretty much like where the hub, the wheel sits, and then we have that hat at the back sitting on top and threading the big nut on top there. So basically with those two bearings, if there's any loose getting created, I will fill it in that shaft there by just moving the wheels. So that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, honestly, there's probably going to be the first 100, the first 500, and the first 1,000 kilometers looking at everything, retorquing everything, and then after that, after the next racetrack session also, we're gonna make a huge checkup on the car, because basically I don't want anything to go wrong without the first few 1,000 kilometers if it's something I could have just checked. So I mean, if the engine goes wrong, well, it sucks, but it means I did a mistake somewhere, and right now I feel pretty confident with what I've done, so it will be it, and you cannot really see it from now on. But yeah, otherwise that I really agree with you that just redoing a torque session, like where you just put the car in the air like that and retorque everything, like it's a really good idea. So I agree with that. Now let's move to the good parts here, where we're gonna be basically working a bit on the differential setup. Not something really hard to do this morning, just something, I say morning, it's already the afternoon. But basically we're just gonna go and re-drill the bushing here, because there's a big sleeve, metal sleeve there, and it's not fitting our actual mounting point here, where it should be actually a bit loose. So just going up like in a decent way. So yeah, front cam. So basically there you go. It's just missing like few millimeters. This is like 16.5 millimeters wide, the diameter of the hole, and I just need like pretty much 16.9, so I got a 17 mil drill bit, and I'm just gonna re-drill that, and it's gonna be like spot on. So yeah, we're gonna go with that, and then after that we might also test it onto the actual differential. Like I'm gonna set up something here, and we're gonna test it, because basically with that, right now I feel like this part is the one that is the less bolt-on so far on all the kit. So it doesn't fit at the back of the differential, and it doesn't fit in place also. So we're just gonna make sure everything's okay. Lots of build should be retorque wheel nuts R1, but no one do that after a tire change. Fair. It's precise. Oh, come on. If you had watched, you would have seen I use the proper dial caliper, you mother. Let's put that aside here. Don't need that for now, but tomorrow we're gonna need it. That here. So that one, just gonna check that we really did the right thing here by buying that parts. Yeah, honestly, a lot of parts actually should be retorqued every once in a while, just like you should be changing spark plug every certain amount of kilometers. You should be doing a lot of maintenance in your car. Coolant. Honestly, who do you know is actually changing their coolant every once in a while? Je sais pas c'est quoi un galipeur. Je connais les calipers, mais je connais pas les galipers. Ça dépend. Il y en a qui le sont, puis il y en a d'autres que non. Habituellement, tu peux avoir des garanties sur certaines pièces comme ça. Alright, let's go straight into the vice grip for that one, because that's gonna be a tough one. Here we go. Just gonna make myself a bit of place. I'm gonna grab that here. And the Camry. Oink. Pour de vrai, je l'ai pas vu. What's up, Wiz? Let's go. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. We're doing custom shit on custom parts that should be bolt-on, but you know how the bolt-on stuff goes. Not too bad for a Monday? Nice. Danik. What do you mean, Danik? Is Danik here? Danik's not here. Oh, you mean about his caliper? Lui, il change son coolant, mais ça, tu le sais. Yeah, right, and that sucks. But yeah, basically, usually the coolant, people do not change that until like, except the people going to the actual same garage every single time. And at some point, the garage is gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do in the maintenance the coolant change. And they're like, si, senor. Like, they don't know at all what they are talking about, and they just go with what the garage said. So these guys maybe, but usually most of the people are going like, just do the tire change, just do the brake, just do the oil. And like, they are super mad about everything, and they don't get any of the usual maintenance done. Cars, okay, that's one thing. Cars are actually freaking tough. Most of them. Like, people do not maintain them properly most of the time, like on every single aspect of it. Oil change, tires, brakes, fair, because you feel that. But most of the time, I do it sometimes, but not on kilometer. Yeah, just when you feel like it. Well, I mean, you're probably even doing that more often than people. I know, Wiz. That's spring over here. We had a bunch of snow this weekend, and everything like on the roof discharged in front of the side door. And today it's hot, so it's all melting, and I didn't shovel it, so it's all melting right against the door and leaking inside because that door is shite. It's shit. So basically, what you see there is just casual spring over here. Drink too much beer over the weekend, you know, casual thing. All right, let's re-drill that little part here. Dual side. There we go. Go with that. Gonna grab that actually. Okay, bye. Put the plastic tab on it, just to help us prevent powder coating destruction. There you go. It's hot, cold here, and even some flurries today. For real, I wish more people will maintain their car. I will make more money. That's fair, only Carl, that's fair. But yeah, people are bad at doing that. Precision matching, heck yeah. Well, I mean, we have a hole already to guide us. That's precision right there. And yeah, here it's actually quite hot, honestly. It's not that surprising in March, but it's really fun because it was snowing all the weekend long, so I was like, ugh. All right, let's see how it's going. We're gonna make sure we're tight on that. That's too fast because I was not. So we're gonna touch. I'm gonna put some lube on it, and I'm gonna make sure to turn on the filter. But yeah, that thing's going like basically in a sandwich on top, so I'm not too worried about the precision of that. Like, it would be even better if I had like a proper tool to do that and everything, but I'm okay with it right now. Loud noise. All right, I'm pushing the bushing out, so we might have to repress it in place, but hey, we're gonna get that done. Just gonna go with less pressure. I'm pushing spray on top of our differential sheet there, but that's no big deal. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that one. I think I'm just going to remove, there you go. Remove all the bushings, and then we're gonna go with that here. You might be able to do it this way. More lube. Loud noise. Focus voice. What's up, Jacobson? Welcome back. Hope you're doing great. And yeah, Bill Bug, that's why I'm enabling the clutch to prevent the breaking my freaking arm on top of that. I'm gonna bring some air also over there. Why my airline? Oh, it's because I really don't have enough out of the dispenser. There we go. What's up, Blue? Welcome back. Hope those clients are fun to work with. Loud noise. Heck yeah, I am. Heck yeah, I am, Wiz. A lot of people says it's doing the job. What's the big deal with that? I'm curious to hear that. It works. It gets the job done. It's just not great. If it's not great, you will be better off using motor oil if you have an open cord handy. For real, never tried that. Let's try it. Engine oil. Never tried it. I always got told it's like all right, I know I tend to spin the drill bit way too fast. But otherwise it's gripping, and it's maybe because I'm not using the right thing, so let's try that. Loud noise. Yep, so far I can notice a difference. So, that's why it's fun to do that on Twitch, because you get some tips from people. See, never heard of motor oil for that, but so far it seems to work not bad at all. We're almost through. Like, we have 3/4 done right now. So we're gonna try that. Even more loud noise. Are we okay? Yeah. The bit has to be smoldering hot. How much to grab the end of the bit? If that man works with his end, no needs him. I can touch it with a finger for 1 second for $10. Hey, like million, like that will be one, 1,001. I'm not afraid of getting burned. Famous last word. All right, we're almost through. We're almost through. It's working way better with engine oil. Loud noise. Focus voice. Okay, it's back. Oh shit, didn't know that metal run. Yeah, fair. I mean, I was talking about a small burn on the tip of the finger. Severe burns, yeah, they seems to be awful. Never been there really. The worst I did was grabbing something that just had been welded without thinking of it, and it was not me who was welding. So that's why. And fair, only cow, yeah, the lo-fi, but that keeps me calm. Quite focused, I would say, and also just helping not getting angry at stuff. When I'm listening to rock and metal, I'm just like, ah! And I want to destroy everything. Fair, Wiz. Fair, fair, fair. I know that feeling too. Usually me, it's mostly soup. When I'm doing soup and like it's just harder. Like I just cannot not go in and try to taste it right away, and it's freaking like boiling, and I'm like, oh my god, oh shit. Or coffee sometimes too if I'm impatient. Oh, fair. That's why I'm now a cold brew guy. I don't have the patience to wait for it. Oh, let's just start. Ah! All right, let's finish that. Almost done. I can see everything coming out at the bottom. Loud noise. Focus voice. Worse than that, Wiz. When you're like taking a bit of soup and you're like, ah, and just like those two little blow, we're going to make it freaking cold. Like you think you have done something there, you done absolutely dog shit, and you're just throwing that straight into your mouth, and you're like, what? How come is it burning? And you're getting angry about that, but you know it's only like a you problem. Loud noise. Focus voice. We done. We made it through. Heck yeah. Wow. Easy. All right, I know I didn't buy the greatest drill bit there, so you know, that was maybe part of the problem, plus me not using proper stuff and everything, but hey, we got there. We got it, it's done, it's there. Let's grab some welding glove to tolerate the heat. I'm gonna be just blowing a bit of air on it, just clean it. My dream, to be fair, and we are safe color when heck yeah. And honestly, like my dream will be to have like a proper machine shop, a small machine shop in here. I will be so happy. Front cam. There you go, before doing a crazy move. Like having small machine shop, like tube bender and like a proper saw to cut metal and like a proper tool to actually drill, like a column drill or whatever. Maybe even a tour, like a metal tour, that will be so cool. So, was it worth it? Dual side. We need that to slide on top of that, and it was not, so perfect. You see that little play there? That's me dropping that on the ground. That little play is really good and not bad at all, because look at the OEM parts that was already in there. And that's also a metal sleeve at the center there, so that hasn't been touched, and you see the shape of it. It's really like meant to have a bit of loose. like that. So here the rubber was all gone pretty much. Now it's gonna be replaced, and that loose we have in that new part we just drilled is really, really decent. Like, I'm not even worried about that at all, because it's gonna get pretty much pressed in place, and then with that we're gonna have like the 2 bolts of the differential getting in there, and it's just gonna do like a 90 degrees press shape. So it is a win. Front cam. Now, can I just throw that back in place? Yep, that one's fitting great. Let's grab the other side there. Gonna need to blow some air on that one though, because it is having a bit of metal in there. W for sure. Oh, that sound was awful. Sorry for that. Chill music, awful sound. There. Now let's see if we can just throw that back in there. Maybe actually that's gonna be. There we go, so that's pressed against that. Now let's try to just throw that around here. Almost there. So far that's not a bad technique. Using my fat ass to press that in place. Lovely. That's a big brain move there. And we can finish it in the vice grip if needed, not even needed. There you go, boom. Back meeting, see ya. Hey, thank you for the lurk, have a good meeting. There we go. So we're ready to throw that in place pretty much. Dual side. Dual side. There we go. It is fitting, so this is going like this. And we're gonna have the nut coming right at the back there. And that's gonna, well, that's gonna go straight at the back of the differential here, which is amazing. And so with that said, we still need to test it on the differential itself. And I know it doesn't seem to line up just quite in place, so we're gonna take a look. Is that drill bit would have been also great for that? Maybe, but maybe not. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. So let's just test it first. Gonna remove that, gonna remove a few different things in here. I have a pretty good idea how we're going to expand the actual holes at the back. Let's throw that aside. Front cam. Front cam. There you go. So basically that part's here, those 2 bolts at the back, I feel like they just need to be a little bit wide, like a bit wider than what they are right now. And reason for that is quite simple. It's just that it doesn't really line up exactly with the bolts at the back of our differential. Honestly, this part so far is the only one we're having trouble to fit from Apex Engineer. Usually when you go full custom, you always have those surprises, and now it's just the first time, so I'm really not mad at all about it. Like, it's fair, might be due to a lot of things, including the age of the set differential, so you know. Let me grab that. Whew, that's massive. Look at this beautiful. That's an NPV message, I'm pretty sure. What's up, NPV? How you doing, mate? Hi, beautiful. I'm gonna make you look bad by just saying to you nice things, and you're gonna say bad things to me all the time. Fine, honestly, really fine today. I'm happy with the progression we're getting right now in the car. Freaking NPV. I can't. They are now cheap, they are now more pricey, and the time, the cooldown is higher now because of you, NPV. You're proud? Was the wrong button. Yeah, right. Dual side. The two hello there are still there, right? All right, they shouldn't be. One should have been turned off when I close the bitbot. So you see, it's just not lining up exactly in there.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
NPV using all of them. I love that. I love that. That's some proper commitment. I really love that. Ah! All right, so with that, we're just gonna try to expand a little bit both sides. Can you remember all of them? That's the actual question. Everybody's safe. You almost got it. You just lost your strike there.
Everybody's safe in my bum.
Then you have Sag, PTSD. There we go. So the camera plan was not great, but basically there we go. When I'm trying to fit that, you can see it's almost, but we're missing like half a mil each side. So I'm gonna use that to actually expand right side here, left side here, just to make it a bit more oval and let it slide straight in. So that's gonna be the idea. The PTSD one is excellent, honestly. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna try to do that right here, away from the differential actually. Rip that little powder coat there. Just a touch. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and I want it to be the real minimum amount I need. Right time to take Noah for a walk. I've made a lot of noise here. Fair. Have a good walk with Noah. Oh, dear little baby. You can leave a lurk here. I will appreciate that. Thank you, NPV. You're the best. Loud noise. He called me his little princess. Hey, ho, hello, you and PV. I love you. Dual side. Loud noise.
The pen is blue. The pen is blue! The goddamn pen is blue!
All right, out of battery on that one. Wonder why? Just like we had drilled like a hole for freaking 30 minutes. Ain't no way I'm out of battery. There we go, we're just missing a millimeter Like not even, and we're gonna be good. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, so the top part is fitting there, but at the back here, we cannot mount it flush right now. It's still stuck on top, so we need to go even further. We can see we have loose up and down, but left and right, we're still missing a touch. So let's keep going on that until it fits, but once it's fitted in place, it's gonna be good. Loud noise. What's up, War Turtle? Wow, that's a big old bolt. Heck yeah. These are old but doing great. There we go, it's flush mounted now. Welcome back, War Turtle. Hope you're doing great, you wonderful human being. There we go. So now that's flush in place. We have one bolt left for that. We might be able to source another bolt from something else, because basically we destroyed one of the nuts here because they are rusty and old. Old. Might try to go to the hardware shop and try to see if I can find something in those thread pattern, because I'm saying that one is still good, but I feel like even here the threads are a bit broken at the end of it. So we're maybe going to try to find something to place on top here. Like it's working, but it's not the greatest. But there we go. So that's cool because we're gonna have a differential ready to go in place with that. Kinda ready, because we still need to open up the cover to place the gasket in there, and we need to remove the bolts all around it. So I'm not sure yet if we're throwing that in place or not. Actually, I could put the gasket in place. Yep, I could put the gasket in place and just replace the bolts when they are when they're gonna be here, because I can access pretty much everything even with that put in place. Maybe just these two are going to be hard to get access to. But there we go. Right now we have something that's gonna work in there, which is quite amazing. Not gonna lie. I'm tempted to actually bolt that part on top here and just push that in place when we're gonna be ready to put it up there. That could be a way to do it. I was saying that, but is that really the one? Let me check. Because that one here, yeah, it was those ones. Yep. Same. Need to check if I don't have something I could replace that with. Like I have one on the ground here that I'm not sure we're gonna need to reuse. They are not the same thread, I think. They might not be the same thread. We need to go to the hardware shop and hope they got something similar to that, but I have a doubt, so I think we're gonna have a bit of a difficulty to find something to throw in there. To be really, really fair. I'm just curious to see if those are the good threads, but I would not put that in place. Just curious. At that point, it's just curiosity more than anything else. No, that's not. Because that will be cool to find some really decent. No, it's really not. Really not. There you go, because these two seems to be similar. So I wonder if I'm not mistaken right there. I have to take a look further. Back then. There you go. That's good. That's done. I'm curious to see that one now. Nope. Still a nope. So there we go. Well. That's gonna be a problem for later on then. So as you can see, we're pretty much done with that right here. So now we might work on something else actually. We were supposed to try the fuel level gauge, and this morning before coming live, and that's a bit why I'm late, I took the time to check for the actual wiring diagram. I found the part I wanted to know which thing is doing what in there, so we're gonna take a look at that and see if we can get the actual fuel gauge to work. That will be so cool, honestly. I will be so happy with that. So we're gonna test that and I think, what time is it? Yeah, we have like an hour 15, because after that I need to prepare my class for tonight. Because I have some stuff to prepare, and yesterday I completely forgot about it, so I streamed some Tarkov instead. You know, priorities done right. Ouch, that was my foot. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that aside so that we don't have trouble finding that back tomorrow if the parts are coming by. That we're gonna be able to throw that back on the bench, on the workbench over here, just so when we're ready to put that in place, we're gonna do that. I'm saying that, are we just throwing it? Like I said, I might do it this way. All right, that's not like a big deal for now, so I'm gonna put that there. I would have been happy if they had provided the actual bolt here to replace the bolts on top of that parts we have, because they probably know they are usually cooked, so you know. But hey, part of the game. Let's throw that in the bench. I don't know how heavy that is, but it is quite heavy. Differential like that is maybe like 60 pounds or something like that. It is freaking not light. There. Front cam. Oi. Front cam. There you go. That's a good boy. Now I'm just gonna clean underneath here quickly, like just pushing that to the side. Same with that one, because oh, that's so much water in here. It's crazy. It's disgusting. and just like so. So we're gonna be able to bring the car back down a little bit. The idea here is gonna be to get access to the trunk so that we can open up and have access there easily. We're gonna be going a little bit at the front of the car actually, trying to connect in place the little the two little wires that's providing the electricity for the front section. Why do I have that in here? Do that, do that. Let's try to throw that on the other side there. But yeah, so we're gonna try to connect that to the main, like the bulkhead fitting, providing positive current at the front. And then once that's done, we should have access to all our accessories in the dashboard. With the accessory able to turn on, we might be able to actually test the fuel level gauge by connecting that in the trunk to the connector. So it's gonna be a sketchy setup for now, because we're gonna have to adapt probably the connector or something. I'm really thinking about just doing a switch to some Dutch fitting, like some Dutch connector in there, because that's gonna be outside of the car and they are waterproof and everything, so it just makes sense. So, but first of all, I wanna see if like the contact and everything is good. All right, are we able to connect that actually here? There, let's connect the hoist. Pushing that up. Now I'm stuck. Let's do that, let's do this. Now we're gonna unlock it. I'm surprised Jeff haven't used, Jeff didn't use his new favorite gift so far. Quite surprising. I see like the hug and everything, and Jeff on his side, he loves, you don't have BetterTV, lol. So he can't use it. Oh, how sad is that? Sucks to be you, baby boo. Here we should be not bad at all. There we go.
Right to jail.
It's so easy to install, it's worth. Right to jail. All right, there we go. Dual side. There we go. So basically now what we're looking at is to get access to that trap here. So this is the access trap to get a top view of the fuel tank. Now with the fact that we are converting back to the actual OEM fuel tank, we're gonna be able to use it finally, because basically the first time I opened that trap to get access to the fuel tank and realized it was not an OEM fuel tank, well, what happened is that everything that should have been here was about here. So I had absolutely no access to any component there. There we go. Now there's a bit of a mastic there, like kind of a seal that we are probably gonna try to rework. And from here we should have access to that. So that right here is the actual plug that's going to the top of the fuel tank. Normally we won't be using that at all anymore, but we have two wires in there that should be interesting. So we have a black wires that is a ground, and we have 3 more wires, which I'm not exactly sure what they are supposed to do in their life. But the yellow one here, if I'm following the actual manual, if you want to see, I took a picture of the diagram. So basically here, try to prevent any big reflection. So right here you have that 4-pin connector right there, which is called the 10 gauge unit. So this is that connector here. I don't know if you can see it enough, but like it's really the same shape. And so here I can see that I have the color code for the different wires on top here. So Y is yellow, YL is yellow, and L stands for blue, so because you have B for brown and L for blue, which means it's yellow with a blue stripe. When I'm following that on the diagram, because I have also the full-on one, I can trace it back here, trying to prevent big reflection. There we go. So we were here, I can follow that up to here, which is the fuel gauge. And there I have the fuel gauge main, and I have a fuel gauge sub, which I'm not sure exactly what that is, but for now, we're gonna take a look at the fuel gauge main, which is the actual yellow wire plugging into it. So we're gonna try yellow wire and ground, I think, but I'm gonna make sure or maybe it's sub and like, oh wait, no, that's probably it. Let me check the actual thing that we bought, because there was, if I remember correctly, a wiring diagram straight there. There we go. Yeah, the blue is power negative. Oh yeah, for real, it's just wires, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So here we go, I'm gonna check if I have anything else. No, I don't have anything else. So there we go, I'm gonna show it to you guys, just so you know. But basically, there you go. So basically here, that unit is just 2 wires, one going straight to the negative, so our black, and brown wire being the signal wire, so the signal input for that. So I'm gonna guess it's the main, and if it's not, we're gonna test it on the sub. But for that, we need to first of all put some electricity through the dashboard. So we're gonna do that first, but then we're gonna be able to actually come in here with the unit and test that. Now, where is the said unit? Hey, that's a good question. I sent that around here, I'm pretty sure, or over there, maybe. Let me go check on the different stuff here. I don't see it quick like that. Oh, I received also the brand new belt that we measured last week. So we should be able to actually test the belt soon-ish, as we don't have the main pulley fully in place, but we should be able to test it at least. I want my little thingy here. So it's not you, it's not you. I have metal in my hand, it hurts. There you go, that's removed. Let me throw the string back in its place. So yeah, so basically it's gonna be a test with 2 signal wire, and that's pretty much it. I just don't remember where I'll put the fuel level, because I'm a dumbass who get lost every single time. We're doing so many different things right now. I'm always getting lost lately in the garage. It's crazy and I hate that. It's probably straight in a box or something, but like I can't remember where I would have put that. Not that, not here, not there. Let me push that a little bit back. I have a feeling it should be on the workbench over there, but oh, I see it. I just found it. It was hidden a little bit better than I expected it to be. There we go. Hey, hey. So, this, basically what we want to test is if these two wires are plugged, if like that it is showing empty, and if by just doing that manually, it's showing full. So that should send a signal saying full, that should send a signal saying empty, and we're just gonna test that inside the car. With that said, like I said last week, that might be actually showing full like this and empty like that because Datsun. We're gonna see if it's true or not, but that's gonna be the idea right here. Dual side. Dual side. Also, we're happy that they did put a bit of soldering on the end of those wires, which means we should be able to just push that straight in there. So they said blue is the ground and brown is the signal. So we might be able to just put that in here like so, and we might have a reading from that. So just like that, we will be ready to go and test it. So let's try that. We need to go first of all at the front. So I'm gonna grab you here. I'm gonna check where's the wiring going for the webcam, just so I can try to bring you with me actually. Whoop. There, there, front cam. There we go. I hit the ceiling. No shame. It's gonna be the first time we're trying our new electric setup. Dual side. Dual side.
What does this button do? You
Wow. Wow. Let's go this way, it's gonna be easier. Did a bit of cleanup there. If you're tired of NPV chat, we can ask everyone if we wanted to add a little, you know, bang.
Did you know with Amazon
Sorry,
Prime,
wrong button.
you get a free
Classic.
sub every month? Any
Classic.
timers?
Honestly, NPV, someone suggested something really funny this weekend, and I'm thinking about it because that will be funny. Like for a certain amount of channel point, they can actually time you out. That will be quite funny, but I want to know if you agree with that, because like I appreciate you, and I don't want to make you sad if you're getting timed out. Ah, that's not doing what I was expecting it to do. I'm gonna have to hold the interior one too, because that one here, or let's just do that this way and find another one to put on top here. That will be even better. It's gotta be worth it. But it was Jeff. No, it wasn't Jeff. It wasn't Jeff actually. Oh, that will be good, but for how long? 69 for 20, for how long? It's not Micah. I knew that would be your second guess. It was not even Micah. Oh, 24 hours, that's quite long. I'm gonna miss you. But it's good, it's worth. Oh, that's actually freaking good. Wasn't Chef either. Damn, you're all missing right now. Sheesh. 24 hours, oh my God. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna add that ban NPV for 24 hours. Wasn't Flo? You're missing one sneaky rat out there. Oh, that's excellent. I love it so much. Fucking lump. The word rat triggered a bell in his mind. I love that. Hey, there we go. So we're gonna use a second bolt to apply tension on top for the wires themselves, which is going to be perfect. Hashtag ban lumps. Yeah. Oh my god, that's excellent. I can add you one for banning lumps, you know? I mean, that's doable. Poor little boy. It's just a suggestion. He didn't say he wanted to do it himself. We all know he wants. Oh, that's excellent. I love that so much. Fucking lump. All right, do we have some... I'm not sure I'm gonna have a lock washer for that. I don't think I have anything left. I use way too many stock in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some lock washer, but that's okay for now. Every time Lump hugs, people time him out for 69 seconds. No, no, that's too mean. That's too mean. I could make it every time he hugs 5 people. He's getting timed out for 69 seconds, so. All right, let me try to find if I have what it takes to actually do a connector for that, because we might have to buy some. Just checking the electric part of my garage. Trying to find out, because otherwise we're gonna go just with a temporary setup. That's the cramp, so it's not what we're looking for. No, I think I'm gonna need to buy some stuff for that. Except if what I have in the car left, the leftovers from the interior work, if that's fitting there, could be. I think it's way too small. I need some 3/8, yeah, that's too small. However, that locked washer here could be doing the job. Yeah, that one for sure, I think. I just had an evil thought. Oh, what's that? What's that? We want to hear it. Oh, no, that lock washer's not doing it. So I'll throw it back in the car with no shame at all. All right, we're gonna crush the wires for now just to have a signal, and then we're gonna be good to go. I wanna know what that evil thought is. And PV being evil? Nah. Totally not in. Oh, what is it? Every time he says the word rat. Oh my God. Oh, that will be good. We're just gonna try to crush that there. Actually, I might even do it with a plier, because I don't think that this is going to work well. Yep, I think I'm gonna just do that here and crush that with wire on top there to put electricity on that. Hopla, that's not OSHA safe, but it's okay. How long for the rat? So 69 will be really funny. Every time he says rat, I just ratted. No matter where it is in his sentence, even ratted and stuff, everything will get catch with that. That will be so good. that, and let's just try to crush that. Just got one. Perfect. So that's gonna be with full 12 volt on it. And right now, I think of that, we don't have a ground wire going to the chassis, so our grounds are going to be fucked. We need to fix that right there. We're gonna ground the chassis for now with another temporary method. Yeah, that will work quite great. I agree. Do I have another? I have another plier. Where is it? It's at the front there, right? It has to be. All right, let's try to ground the chassis, because otherwise we're gonna have ground problem, and no ground means no signal, means it's useless what we're doing now. But to ground that, we know that top section here was quite decent, because basically when we welded, even on the other side and everything, it was going all the way through. So we should be not bad with all that. That's a decent size wire to be used as a ground. There we go. So that should ground good enough for now. That's a weird setup, but it's gonna do the job. It gives you a bit of the idea of what we're gonna do in here, actually, because basically that positive terminal here is gonna have those two wires plus the alternator charging wires going back to it, and probably a big wire going to the starter motor. So a lot of things gonna happen here, but it's basically 4 wires that should be connected to that. And the ground, we're gonna ground the frame rail right here at the bottom, and then it's gonna be also grounding the engine block through a stud for the exhaust manifold. So from there, we're gonna have a good ground everywhere in the car, and we can even, if we want, ground the battery at the back if we feel like we need that. But for now, it should be all good. Front cam. There we go. So I can do that. This. Let's try not to scratch the paint. And now let's take a look at our battery in here. Dual side. Dual side. There we go. So we remember that our battery is now right here, which is fantastic. I'm gonna turn down the heater because I'm pissed of getting some air blow in my neck. And now we're gonna go with the negative and positive there. So for now, we're gonna go like that. We don't even have to put that with the full-on clamp, just that will do the job. So now if we're taking a look, I'm gonna grab a multimeter and just test my front connection there to see that I really do have a signal over there. Won't bring the cam only for 30-second measure, but hey, let's take a look. Oh, that one's dead. That multimeter is gone. It was pretty much broken, so it's no big deal. Could change the battery in it, but I'm gonna grab the recent one. So the reason I'm doing that at the front of the car is that I know here I will have a lecture it's pretty sure. But at the front here, it's just gonna confirm that we did a good setup with the wiring. It's 2 cables, so it should be good to go. 12.5, we are good. And am I getting a proper ground? Yep. There we go. So that's done. We have power. So now, next step, we have that, we have this. We need that to be accessible, so let's put that here. What I'm gonna do is go inside the car over there and actually put the key in place. The key barrel, is it in or out of the car at the moment? It's out, so I'm gonna need to plug that. So I'm gonna undo the electric connection there. Like so. Just trying to remove that without giving me a shock. And I'm gonna go ahead in the car right here and actually try to put that in. So it's gonna be that one right here, I think. No, not that one. Just need to figure out which connector is which. Here we have the ignition that is not really well done, but otherwise everything's in here, so we should be able to put it in place like so. That seems to be doing the job. And do I need that actual single wire to be connected to it? That will make sense, right? For now, I will try to actually bring that. Just throw the key on the ground. Try to bring all that on top here. It's crazy to think that we won't need at all like the starter relay and stuff like that, because the actual ECU is gonna do all that for us. Like I will be able to remove some relays, probably even more than what we had. Okay, won't go in place. That's supposed to bring a 12 volt there, but it's ignition, so we should be good without it. We're gonna try without and see how it reacts. And if I have no signal in here, well, we're gonna know that we're gonna need to do something else. Is that working this way? No, that makes no sense. Perfect, like that, like this. This is not touching anything. This is good. So, key right there, ready to turn everything on. We're gonna go at the off position. Can you please don't? There we go. Off position, let's reconnect that and we're gonna see what's going on. Do you think I'm gonna blow a fuse or something? Hopefully not. Because that will suck. There. There, both big cable are connected. The fuel saying it's at half of it right now, which makes no sense, but hey. Gonna make sure everything's off. I'm missing a bunch of things in here, I think. Why is that? Am I missing some connectors over there? Shouldn't be the case. but it might be the ignition here that I'm missing that is screwing us up. So I'm gonna try to figure out something for that. Let's be safe, let's unconnect something. There we go. No positive wire in there. That's good. So is it ignition that we are missing right here? That's pretty much throwing us off. That will make total sense. But I don't know how I'm gonna be able to connect that together right there, the way it is right now, and keep it in place. Maybe with electrical tape. Because I don't have even like lights and stuff like that, so I need to take a look. What am I missing for all that to be working again? Probably forgot just a little thing, and that's the most important thing there. So we're gonna test. So I just need that to actually be going like this, right there. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Nope. Ugh. Just need to find something. Oh, I could use, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Wait for it. I'm gonna use a piece of wire to connect both of them together temporarily. And that should be enough to get our things working for the time we need to test that. And after that, we can just unconnect it. So I'm gonna use a pair of wire, like a piece of wire right here, that I'm going to actually get in place. There we go. Because I have like something to add in the car to reconnect the ignition switch properly. But the thing is, I don't have added it just yet. So it's really damn hard to get that to work together. So there we go. And that's gonna allow me to not force on that cable for no reason. There we go, that should do the job. And now with that said, that means I should be able to just do that, this, and get the ignition wire to actually trigger a signal and get our stuff working in there, which is amazing. I almost died. So let's go here. Let's throw that positive terminal in place. Let's turn everything to the on position and see if we have signal in the dashboard. Heck yeah. No. We don't have the lights right now, probably just a stupid thing, but the test is working. Because you don't have an engine. Hey, you haven't heard that? Maybe next week we are starting to put it in place. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'm gonna try to give you a view of it. That's too far, right? With the bloom and everything. Let me try to bring you there. Hopla. That's the gauge. We want to see what it's doing. Yeah, I know you heard that before, but that one is real. That one time is true. So right now, my gauge is showing 0, empty. Good news is, I can change that actually. For it, say something else. And I just disconnected it, so wait a sec. There we go. So we have a signal. However, right now my gauge, my float is at the empty position, not at the full position. And when I'm putting it to full, look, I can even go like, woo, freaking far on the gauge. But if I'm putting it to the empty, to the full position on the float. So basically, what does that mean? It means that we do have a signal going to the gauge and doing what it's supposed to do, just doing it to the opposite side. Now, I want to test one thing. You know, I said in basically the diagram, it says, let me check again, fuel gauge main and fuel gauge sub. The sub one is the yellow with blue wire basically, and I have no clue what this one is supposed to do. So we're gonna try to switch the signal to the fuel gauge sub and see what's going on with that. So that sub one will be this. Wait, that's ground and that's actually that. So it will be this and that. Now, that is not triggering anything, right? Nope. So that's not a proper signal to work with, but that one is. So we're gonna need to reverse that signal. I cannot put it back there. We're gonna need to reverse that signal here. If I'm doing that, is it turning on the light? It is not. So we're gonna have to take a look also if there's one that is for the warning light to turn on. I mean, I don't need it, but that will be just a good plus, because right now you see I have still too much voltage in there. The resistance is not strong enough, and that's because my actual thing right there is starting at 0 while the gauge is waiting for a 10. So I could readjust that by limiting how low the float can go, which is no big deal. But there we go. I don't know. Oh, the sub gauge is that one there. 0, 1, 8, a quarter. Oh, that's for when you're in between. Oh, that's useless. Okay, I had a signal there, I think. I had an actual signal there. Wait for it, wait for it. I'll put that float there. I think I saw something. Yeah, okay, it's that. It's that needle there. I don't think that will be a big deal. Gonna try putting the float to the mid-range. I have no clue what that red needle is supposed to say there, 1/8 to 1/4. It's maybe at the end there. Oh my god, I think I know. You know how the main one is starting from, oh, that's it for sure. The main one is starting from 0 to, it's starting from 10 to 90 ohm of resistance. Pretty sure that one is the 0 to 10. Like it's that little part at the bottom, because right now it's changing the voltage and I'm just changing the resistance, and it is actually working on that right there. All right, that's no big deal. But that one is stop going away. So fully empty. Anybody who's used to play with an Arduino or something? Because I think we're gonna need a digital potentiometer. Actually, my girlfriend's father loves to play with that, like Arduino and stuff like that. So we might have a project for him right here. So we just confirmed what we thought was going to be a problem. So basically, just to re-explain that and why are we facing that problem right now instead of at any other time. Let's come back here. Right there, right here. That thing there is our float. So right now when I'm pushing that to the bottom of the float, that means it's getting, it should show empty and it's showing full. And when I'm doing the opposite, it's showing empty when it should show full, right? Why am I not buying something like that, but that is doing the signal I want? Well, that's a valid question, but the thing is, it doesn't exist. So basically, the way that works, this is a potentiometer inside there. So at the top, the potentiometer is sending a signal and everything. And what is going on is that it's not a standard in the industry to have that part going 90 empty, 0 full. The standard is 0 empty, 90 full. Well, you know what? I thought of it, like I could actually put it on at the bottom of the fuel tank and it will do the job. Because if I get that under the fuel tank like this, that will mean that here it's going at empty, which is the case. I can see it on the fuel gauge over there. And when it's full, it will go right there. And right now I just lost the signal there. But when full, boom, I can see it go straight to the full. And I could limit where it's going. The only thing with that is that you don't really want to put a hole underneath your fuel tank, because basically it has a bigger chance to leak around there, right? Even if you have a gasket, even if you put a gasket maker and stuff like that, you are probably going to get a leak at some point, and there's more chance of it getting damaged by a rock or something. But that could have been a real solution there. So we're gonna have to think of it. Also, one thing funny is that, let me show you, front cam. Front cam. Yeah, Raminta, yeah, I can get that. By the way, Raminta, welcome by. Good evening. So basically the way a potentiometer actually works is that usually you should have inside here a 3-pin module, and basically that here you should be able to change, the blue one is the ground, so you should be able to change the brown wire from one of the pin on the corner to the other one, and it will revert how it's working. For all of us, damn, yeah, damn, let's go. She's the MVP in here, heck yeah. Only thing with that is that everything here is made to be waterproof. So if I want to get access to maybe a potential 3 pins in there, I have no guarantee, first of all, it exists, and second of all, I have to basically undo that module here and probably scrap the code, the waterproof side of it. Chippy and French mini sausage. Oh, now we're talking. So yeah, so basically the idea now with that will be to get the signal getting out of here and pretty much just go ahead and try to send that to an Arduino that will invert that signal. So let's say here it's 0 to 90. We will go 90 to 10 with the Arduino with just a simple function like a mathematic function doing that for us and sending back the digital output, well, technically more an analog output to the actual fuel gauge. So that will mean this coming out in the trunk to a little module on the side to the wire getting the signal back at the front. That could be a really good way to do it. That's just a bit complicated and out of what I'm used to do. So yeah. Yep. I want to confirm one thing here is that if I take this dual side, there we go. If I take that, I can go into the resistance right here to have my ohm and see if when I'm doing that, so ground here, signal, that's going to be a tough one to get, here, 0.03 if I'm moving that to the mid-range. Should be sending that to have a reading. 40, yeah. So here we go. We can see it's really like a resistance measure right there. So I don't know if you can see it properly. Just let me do that actually. Boom. That in the corner there. So basically when I'm all the way up like this, I should have about 90 ohm of resistance in there. So that on blue being the negative, and that, so no electricity at all, 90.5. So see, this is what I want, and if I bring that down to the middle, I'm gonna be at around 40, 45. 50 right there. So this is how the measurement's done, and now I need that to do the opposite thing. So we just need something that's a potentiometer that's gonna send a resistance the other way around. I have so much food at home, it's on me. What's that? Vintos Datsun. Oh wait, whoa. What's going on? I'm starving, chat. Can't wait to get out of work. To get some food. The Discord. Oh, you sent, oh, did you, no, I'm hungry right now. Oh, am I going to hurt myself? Oh, please tell me I'm not going to. That's okay so far. Okay, no, you didn't put a picture of that, right? Phew. Where can you find what? Which photo? Ah, from front of the Datsun? Okay, good question. Do I have one? I can send it to you straight on Discord. Wait a second. The front, well, it was beautiful, right? Not the front as it is right now, because it's not cool right now. There you go. Let me do that. I'll do this. Yo. First time I'm writing to you, DM in Discord. There you go. That's a beautiful one. You got it. Let's go. No worries. All right, so there we go with that. See you in an hour. Wait, why? I'm not gonna be here anymore in an hour because in like 20 minutes I need to go because I need to prepare my class, but suspicious look. All right. Sus. Yeah, I trust you, so it's all good. All right, all right, all right. There we go. So, with that said, I'm gonna turn off the car right now. There you go. I need to take a look why the lights are not working. It's probably just a plug over there that's not plugged properly. Or actually, no, I know what it is. It's that one that's not plugged at all. Can't have light if you're not putting the plug for the actual levers connected to anything, right? Big brain. Is that this one here? No, it's not that one. It's that big one actually that's not connected, but it's okay. We're gonna do that later on. But yeah, so basically right now what does that mean is that we need to figure out a way, and I guess no one's really doing some geeky Arduino or Raspberry Pi stuff, but we want to get that to be working. Also, we might be having the same kind of issue, so it's gonna be a two-in-one if we're learning how to do that, because basically we might have the same exact issue with the actual speed gauge that I break the needle in, which bothers me so much. But yeah, basically we might be able to fix and use the original speed counter in there, the speedometer, just to get our stuff like precise and everything with an Arduino. I'm hoping to get it to be able to get a signal from the actual ECU and send that to an Arduino and basically translate that to a little motor spinning the gear inside the speedometer to do that. That will be fantastic, but that sounds like quite a big project, so we're gonna see that eventually. Are you finally gonna put an engine in it? Why are you saying that to Raminta? Oh, with the You're a little fucker, man. What are you going to say the day there's an engine in it? Even if it's not working, it's gonna be in there, right? Right? All right, so that for now. Now what else? With that done, we're gonna be, actually I'm pretty much done with what I wanted to do today. We're gonna unplug the battery for sure. Yeah, I know you will find something else, you little bully. You little bully. Dual side. There we go. So I'm gonna unplug that little battery there. Like so. Just to prevent any trouble, you know, like so, like that. Gonna replace that in there. I'm gonna put that back in like it should be, like so. Let's put back the locks. Let's go. That's so clean. Honestly, I'm happy with that setup right there. That. Gonna need to replace also a bunch of things in here. That one, I don't know why it's not holding. Oh, that's a plug that's just broken. Gonna have to take a look at this. We're gonna have to also, do a hole in that one if we want to drop that on top again. So I think we're gonna have that little thingy sticking out of it, but it's gonna be okay. Might do that right now actually. Like just throw a hole in that. Point. We're doing a lot of stuff like that today anyway, so might as well finish on something similar to that. So this is going back onto that. And now, can I find back where that actual drill bit for the suspension component is? Hey, that's a good one, right? I think I throw it maybe in here. Heck yeah. Hey, that went well. There we go. Now we're gonna try to measure the center of that a little bit more precisely. So basically it should be like in between all these things. So I'm gonna check with my trusty ruler. Hey Jeff, I'm looking at you with that trusty ruler. So basically, I'm having 75 mil. You know, actually that won't work like that. I'm doing I think I'm just going to eyeball that. I don't care. It's not that hard to eyeball something, right? Just can go like that, like this, and just throw it. Or I can actually use a punch it in place, and then do that, right? I think it's a plan. Let me grab a hammer. And just gonna try not to break in half while punching it. So like that, just eyeballing that in the middle right there. So right about here. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Easy. I don't have the patience for finding the accurate spot right there. That's my big like thing to fix, but hey. There we go. That looks pretty decent, to be fair. Now I'm gonna clean the edges with my little tool that usually is used for some metal stuff, so I won't apply a lot of pressure, otherwise I'm gonna be just grabbing way too much material. But there we go.
Nice whole bitch.
Nice whole bitch. Wow. That's what I'm saying to your mother every night. All right, let's get inside the car here. I don't know how loud that was, but I hope it wasn't too bad. Is it accurate? Not at all. Is it working? Absolutely. Could be really smaller than that. Actually, it's because the chuck are offsetted compared to that, so I just throw that in the middle, which was not the greatest things to do, it seems like, but it is working. So I think it's gonna be that for now, because anyway, I don't think we're gonna run that for a long time. I'm planning in maybe putting like a cage or a strut tower or something. Yay, Blue, be free. Yeah, let's go. Mature, yeah, right? Just like in PV. Probably won't catch you after my drive, but I hope everyone has a great night. Same for you, Blue. No, you won't catch me for sure, because I'm leaving in just a few minutes myself. So have a good one. Have a good night. Good evening. Enjoy. Have fun. All right, let's do the same thing here. That That was dangerous. I almost cut myself there. Plastic is dangerous to cut. All right, whew, done. There we go. Boom, easy. There we go. And so, let's throw that in there. There we go, boom. So we have that in place. Easy peasy. Starting to put everything back together now. That's great, let's go. I love that. Honestly, it's really, really cool. We are doing a great job so far, I feel like. There we go. So signal wise, we're gonna take a look later on for the fuel setup. I think I'm still going to throw that in the fuel tank and we're gonna try to find a solution from outside, because basically that here is easy to replace if you need to replace it the way it is now. You don't want to be really modifying that. You prefer to have a third party plug-in module or whatever to actually handle the conversion instead of trying to mess around with that one. On that, guys, I think I'm gonna have to go too, because I have to prepare that little class for tonight. Front cam. Front cam. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, bud. So, Seal reverse plug. Since it is a signal in ohm, maybe. I have 10 minutes. We have time to try that. Let's go. We're doing it. I haven't unplugged anything at the front anyway. Let's go. We're trying it. Everything's almost in place right now to do it. True, I didn't think about that, because usually when you're positive, negative, you're trying to avoid that. But maybe, I don't think it will, because usually if you reverse a ground, it won't work. Ah. I'm not sure, because I think with the signal you need to reverse it properly. But let's give it a try. So that plus that. If the car goes boom, blame cryo. Fair. What's up, Gab? Good afternoon. Dual side. All right, back with that one here, with the camera falling, but that's okay. Cuckoo. All right, there we go. So we're gonna try again with that one here. We're gonna plug that properly first. Retest the theory. Always do retest the theory. So like so. And it just unplugged, so I'm gonna do it right after. But let me grab the key, throw that in here. There we go. Nice. Yep, faut prendre du temps. En plus, le VR est bien seté en ce moment. J'ai enlevé du stock. Fait que... All right, so we're getting the signal right there. So now it should show almost empty, and it is not. So we still have the same result. That's good. Let's put it there. Now let's try to invert the actual wires. Nothing. It's just not working at all. And that makes sense. Because usually with that, yeah, it does make sense, because usually with a potentiometer, if you're switching, if you want to invert it, you have 3 pins, the ground is never touched. The ground will stay the ground, and it's the wire for the signal that you're moving from one side to the other to invert the actual like resistance in there. So that's why it won't work at all. Like if I was to put another potentiometer in line with that, I could actually drop it manually myself there to make the potentiometer work between like 0 and 10 instead of 0 and 90 and stuff like that by adding a resistance right there. I think, is it that? Yeah, I think that will work, because basically I will play with the actual signal, but it will always stay like 0 90 and not 90 to 0 doing that. Yeah, it's closed, so I cannot touch it there. That's true. I cannot like change it. That's why I'm really thinking about grabbing the signal like in there. All right, let me show you what I have in mind as a plan. Let me remove that. I'm bringing you out. Woo, we're doing a trip. Wow. Awkward. All right, so the plan is going to be to basically get that wire connected with a Dutch connector. Same thing with that. We're gonna remove the original 4-pin in here and put a Dutch connector in the end right there. Maybe remove the wires that we don't need and basically go ahead and use like just the black and yellow wire here. The black one, I'm gonna have to trace it back, but I think it's a ground moving almost all the way to the front, which will make sense. But here, this is my plug basically getting inside the car right there, right? So right there, I will basically cut my yellow cable, take that, move it. So that one here, I would probably cut it somewhere in there to add, or maybe even more at the front. So I will not touch the wiring right here, but more towards the front. I will actually split that and put it inside like as an input to an Arduino. The Arduino, I can make a function in there saying, hey, I have a 0 to 90 signal, read that and see how much ohm you're getting in there. So that could work, or I can actually use that signal. Since it's a resistance, I can use like a 5-volt signal in the Arduino and use the resistance in here to change that actual signal, so that when it's full, the signal is low, and when it's high, when it's empty, the signal is high. Say to the Arduino, read that and apply an invert function to that. So when the signal is low, output a high signal. When the signal is high, output a low signal towards the actual gauge. And that I can actually, there's a concept called a digital potentiometer with the Arduino world and stuff, which I'm not used to. So I just know the terms, I know it exists, I have no clue how to use that. But basically you can, with the digital potentiometer, you can output like your own resistance with that, and therefore I could have the first signal driving the second signal in an opposite way, so that the gauge will receive what I want it to receive. So I need to find how to output the actual basically, because I want to say it, the actual signal for resistance. I don't know, like in here, if it's also a voltage I'm getting out of there or not. So yeah, so that will be also something I need to take a look at. But I don't think it's so, like, it's a bit confusing in my mind. Today I won't come back, no, it's already 3 p.m. and I have a class tonight to teach some kiddos. So basically I'm gonna be out for the entire night and I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning for sure. But yeah, so a lot of tech to do on that. We're gonna find out how to do it. Let me turn off the car to make sure we're not forgetting that open. Like that, like that, like this. If I'm anywhere tonight after my class, it's gonna be, I think Peach is going to be streaming tonight, and I'm gonna be maybe playing with her if she's looking for some teammates. Otherwise, I'm gonna be back, like I said, tomorrow, and that's it, that's all. There you go, boom, ready to get out. Front cam. Yeah, I know it's really hard. Actually, it's not impossible, but it's almost undoable without a third-party module, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, the one way I found, because I read a ton of shit about that, you cannot do it with hardware. You have to go a bit deeper with software, which means you can take that as an input in an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi and then apply a mathematic function around it to actually, like, your signal, your resistance is getting as an input, but it's stopping there. It's not doing anything else than giving data to your Arduino. Then in software, you're gonna be saying, like, you're gonna have a reading from that to that with that input. Depending on that, do an opposite function, and then you send an output signal to a digital potentiometer, which is going to be driven by the said Arduino. So from there, you receive data, the data stops there, the Arduino is doing its maths behind it and sending a totally new signal to a digital potentiometer, and that digital potentiometer is going to send the resistance signal you want. So basically, it's not like it's not like depending straight about directly about the resistance you receive, because there's a module in between doing a conversion for you. If you were trying to invert that with just like relays or whatever, name it, another potentiometer, I've looked, it's impossible. Basically, you can add on top, you cannot reverse the signal, and that's really the hard part there. That's why we need that third party module, and we need something that's going to be able to live in the car, and even if the car is stored in a minus 30 degrees, it will resist. So yep, later tonight sounds good. You can also send that directly to me if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, sure, I will maybe check it straight during my class, because I don't know how long I'm gonna have like some theory to teach them versus time to work in class. So we're gonna take a look at that basically. But yeah, I might check it later tonight for sure. So on that, I really have to go now. It's 3 and it was my limit time to leave tonight. So thank you again so much, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you all, and that was an awesome day, honestly. Super productive, bearings done. We're gonna receive a bunch of parts tomorrow. In the meantime, tomorrow, I think the first thing first we're gonna do is actually torquing a lot of the subframe, starting to put everything in place, because I think we're gonna be really close to actually doing the engine placement in the car later this week. So this week or next week, but yeah, I'm trying to finish a bunch of stuff before that, but it's looking good so far. So we're gonna have to take a look at that. So guys, Thank you so much for that, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Bye bye.